My name is Jax Effiong, my pronouns are she and her, and I'm the EDI manager for Greater Manchester Fire and Rescue Service under the umbrella of the Combined Authority in Manchester. So I was invited to run a workshop on the crucial role of our LGBTQ+ staff networks in the workplace. So tomorrow I'm going to give examples of why networks are still needed with a lens on our LGBTQ+ workers in the workplace, and also the impacts in the communities around that protected characteristic, but also reaching out to other lived experiences. So we'll focus on an intersectional lens because we don't live single issue lives. And then I'll bring it back to what we're doing and the benefits in our organisation and what impacts we've had for Greater Manchester and beyond as well. So the power and cruciality of having an LGBTQ+ network, but also other networks as well in Greater Manchester. So I supported and co-founded the most recent LGBTQ+ network 7 years ago in Greater Manchester for the Fire and Rescue Service. A part was my own protected characteristic and my lived experience and that feeling of being invisible in the workplace. So at the time there was no LGBTQ+ network, so it was time for me to step up. And I identified other allies across the workplace, and so we founded the first LGBTQ+ network in recent times. We have had them in the past, and also that had a knock-on effect of other networks being established, like our most recent Race and Faith network was also established at the same time about 7 years ago. AFSA, our Asian Fire Service Association, has been so important for myself personally as a lean-to. So I've always had the Smoke and Mirrors report as part of my kind of influencing change in Greater Manchester. It's so important to have an organisation that looks through a lens of inclusion. And it's been a very powerful tool for me for that support of that national allyship. So it's given me strength and other allies in the organisation to step up to try and make a difference in our organisation. It gives us that kind of foundation of building a strong business case going forward. So we're avid members of our AFSA family, and we do consider ourselves to be a part of that family, and long may it continue. I think the current agenda at a national and local level is quite challenging, whether it's from a government steer or whether it's social media steer. There is a lot of anti-LGBTQ+ rhetoric, and as part of the queer community we have to live with that every day. And also, so for us, also with kind of the other rhetoric about stop the boats, so that anti-immigration kind of steer, it really kind of influences our workforce. So what we try and do is be there to talk about current affairs so that staff know who they can lean to in the organisation. Staff Networks is just one platform, but we have Freedom to Speak Up Guardians, we have a wonderful wellbeing team, we have our HR, we have people services, we have people that we can lean on, but people can also lean on our co-chairs of our staff networks. So we see that inclusive platform as a choice right across the organisation. Going forward, we cannot afford to be complacent. The current climate is very challenging, I think, for anything to do with equality, diversity and inclusion. And I think Fire and Rescue Service, we've been held accountable. We've seen those visible examples of the work that we have to do. And so it's going to take organisations like AFSA and for ourselves as EDI leads to really try and influence change, but support our senior leads and support our workforce, support our volunteers, support our young people so they can be the best they can be, but they need support as well. So just saying that we're here for you as individuals and as teams across the workplace. I've always said the AFSA conferences are my soul food. So they're where we re-energise, recharge our batteries, really get that affirmation that the work we're doing is making a difference. Because actually leading inclusion every day, all day, you face challenge. Because when you actually speak up, that challenge and backlash comes from social media, it comes from people within the organisation, and it comes externally. So actually, this is our support mechanism. This is our heart place to go back and carry on continuing the good work that's set out So yeah, it's absolutely crucial. So it's crucial to have our LGBTQ plus networks, which I'll talk about tomorrow. But it's absolutely crucial that it's one part of a bigger ask. It's one part of a bigger inclusive change and culture change for our organisation and for other fire and rescue services.